Hi guys. 2020 was a lot. 2020 was a whole year. So many things happened. So many things stopped happening. So many things changed. So many things began. You know, a lot of things happened in 2020. Many of them we're not even ready for. We're not prepared. Nobody told us. There was no book of prophecy. You know. Nobody said anything like that. But 2020 just came, caught us unawares, and we're going to talk about a lot of events that shaped 2020, a lot of things that happened on the internet, you know, that really got a lot of us talking. And yeah, we'll be taking a walk down memory lane. So guys, my name is Jemima, and you are welcome to my channel. So if this is your first time, pause this video and go subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to like. So we'll be right back. So guys, we started with the 2019 dirty December. You know, everybody was dirty and everybody going around having fun. I remember that as at 2019 December, there was a lot of concert. Like Davido was having a concert. There was Burna Boy. There was Naira Marley. There was, name it. Everybody was literally having a concert, and it was back to back. Like I think some artists even had concerts on the same day, so you had to choose, should I go here or should I go there? And then there was traffic, especially on the island. Like everywhere was blocked, everywhere was seriously packed full. So in our minds now, we're just going to have a fun December, you know, enter 2020. The much what's the word for it, the much spoken about vision 2020. We're going to enter 2020. We're going to do big things. We're going to have fun. We're going to shut down everywhere. We're going to close everywhere. We're going to have fun really in 2020. And so finally we entered the 2020, and as usual, you know, we always begin with the New Year resolutions. So what are you going to do? I'm going to make 30 billion in this year. As if you actually made 30 billion. Or I'm going to travel the world. That one's actually a very fine one, though, but I hope you get to travel the world anyway. Or maybe I'll get married. But you know, we all had our own plans, our own dreams, our own goals, our own aspirations, things. Some people, one even was as simple as, I just want to be happy, or I just want to pray more, I want to know God more, or down to, it's a welcome one. But so we had the January, which is the longest month of the year. And you know why? That's because we spent either 12 months or 30 months salary in December. We're trying to do the whole dirty December thing, and so we spent all the money, and we had fun spending the money. So finally January has come, and it has come with the empty pockets and the broke bags and
from the Bible to the Quran, Revelation in Jerusalem, Shalom, Salam Alaikum,
Alaikum Assalam, Salam Alaikum, Wa Alaikum Assalam.
Well, we moved on to February, and you know, that's the love month. Everybody was having fun, giving gifts, you know, showing love and everything. We had fun with that. Then finally we got into March. Towards the ending of March, they declared a lockdown. They said Corona, or no, according to people on Instagram, Miss Rona is outside. So finally we went into our houses, and now during that time, one event that really stood out was the fact that ASU went on strike. ASU strike started. So I think basically that this particular strike is the longest strike they've had. It's over 10 months, like 10 months of no school. So apart from the fact that schools are actually told to take a break and go home because of the whole infection rate and everything, ASU actually went on strike by themselves. That was the very first event, very first notable event. Second, basically, when we were at home, now the whole Black Lives Matter movement started, the killing of George Floyd and everything. Now when I actually look at the whole scenario and how everything played out, in my mind I'd be like, how do you kneel on someone's truth and expect that this person is still gonna breathe fine? Like, bro, someone actually kneel on your truth and you're still gonna breathe fine. I don't get it. How did you get? You guys know that staying at home can really be very, very boring. But then again, there are some people who just managed to make it really interesting. And for me, one of them was the preacher of war, the Indaboski Bahosi. You know, the man that has so many powers and has not even used one. The liquid mecha, exactly. The Seple de la Mande. Name it. Anyhow, you know the man, you know the guy. You guys should watch this clip.
Where is this? How do you form? Where do you come from? Who you?
Next are those Ghanaian pallbearers, you know. Those, I don't even. The internet just always has a way to bring things like to just make you laugh. And so these guys, you know that beat, do do dum 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 do do dum do do dum do 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 do, just like that. So basically, I saw one exactly. There's one that every time I remember this guy, so I'm like, nah, that guy didn't deserve this. So basically, this guy was doing this backflip. And he didn't realize there was a pole that was standing just like this, and then he flipped and he landed on the pole like this, and straight up this guy just come out from nowhere carrying the coffin and dancing. So you guys remember the flip the switch challenge where two people stand, one person here, then they just dance and turn off the light bulb, and before you know they've already swapped position, like this one is here. And when I said that, I was like, voila for people who know the relationship. So you guys remember the Butt Daddy and Don't Rush challenge that came out, and then people were everywhere, you know, those fresh girls and soft boys were everywhere showing themselves, showing fine faces, fresh faces, clean clothes, makeup. And then you guys remember the Don't Leave Me challenge, where you hear people say stuff like, so if that guy dies in that pool, does that make him Deadpool? Or if I have a spider and I'm a man, does that make me Spider-Man? What if I go far from home? Does he make me Spider-Man far from home? The next was the Do Care challenge for people who were pregnant and, you know, had big bellies and they were everywhere jumping and they all that's my hand to the beat like do care. So I very remember that some guys actually jumped on this challenge. The hoodlums amongst us jumped on this same challenge and put clothes under their clothes, and we're actually jumping everywhere. I was showing Dudu Cat, I'm like, bro, you're not pregnant, you're not a woman, stop. Although it was actually fun to watch. Then there was the Egungu Be Careful, now expressing, they go, it don't happen, I don't tell her, it don't happen. So I actually remember the first time somebody told me Egungu Be Careful. The first time I ever heard it, that day Egungu entered Express, and guess what? They actually jammed Egungu. It was not funny. We also had the entanglement between Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina. Now that particular one always, like, every time I remember it, I'm like, why does this guy actually fancy this lady? She's married, she has 2 grown-up kids, like her children can even handle you, like they can beat you up. Why are you going after her? Although we later heard that her marriage is an open relationship. Story. See, I can't fit. If you ask me, who will I ask? So I really don't know who told them that this is actually how God created us, but everybody suddenly had an idea and came out with bowls and spatula and then maybe water, whatever it is that they're mixing. Then they'll put fine face, then height, then big eyes, then plenty brain, then plenty money, then whoever told you that's how God created you. Anyway, but let's do a very, very quick one. So really, I don't mean to offend anybody, it's just what I have noticed though. No offense to the Yoruba gang, I am sorry, okay. Next came the long-awaited Big Brother Naija show. Like everyone was thinking, oh, maybe they're not going to have the show anymore because of the whole, you know, coronavirus. They had to isolate and everything. We're thinking they won't have the show anymore, but then they had the show, and we are talking of, how much was it? I think it was about 85 million worth of prizes. I think money and gifts, and wow, that was a very big winner. Lekon, yeah, the winner of Big Brother Naija season 5, I think. One of the biggest highlights of 2020, the End SARS protest. Really, will I even have talked about 2020 at all, or will anybody talk about 2020 without even talking about the End SARS protest that basically kicked off from, I think it was from Lagos, just everywhere just basically erupted with the protest, and people hit the streets and were screaming, what do we want? End SARS. It was even basically like, we don't even want a reform of this particular unit of the police, just end SARS. And I think a lot of things provoked it, coming from the bad governance, the police brutality, possibly the increase in fuel price, and maybe also the light. Everything basically just came together to provoke this whole thing. So talking about the NSAS protest will not even be complete in itself without talking about 2010-20, which is the Lekki toll shooting that happened on the 20th of October 2020. When it happened in my mind, I was like, whoever even planned this, like, that was just about 7 days after my birthday, and then this is suddenly happening. I felt like, I refuse to accept this, like, how does this even happen? People would gather peacefully to, I mean, that was one of the most peaceful places basically, and then people just came together and just pulled triggers on them and just, you know, blacked out everywhere. The whole thing really was crazy. And talking about the NSAS protest, I think I should make a video talking about my own experience at the NSAS protest. I was not at the Lekki Toll Plaza, no, but I actually was on the protest ground. I should make a video talking about Lekki Toll shooting. Is one event that cannot be forgotten in history, and I even think that every year it might even be celebrated on the 20th of October, maybe to honor those people. I think it's gonna happen every year. So also along with the protest, you know, so many things happened. Now during the protest was also the Edo prison break. I remember seeing some prisoners. I saw one in particular that was dragging his luggage, and I was like, guy, did you actually come here with a luggage? Did you intend to be changing clothes in prison? And then another one, some even took ANKARA as took this ANKARA material as maybe thanks for coming to the prison. I still don't get it. So that happened. Then also was the vandalization of private and public property. So like I saw one where the place was swept clean. They took everything from tables to chairs to fridge to air conditioner to television to standing fan. They almost even, I think the only thing they left for them was just the broom and packer, but they raided the whole place. Like they cleaned everywhere. They broke into phone shops. See, they broke into everywhere basically. They burnt the Nigerian Port Authority, they burnt some media houses. I know they even attacked some journalists on the street. So another one was also the looting of palliatives. These palliatives that had been kept for very long, like very, very long. These things were kept, I think some of them were, majority of them were actually given as the COVID-19 relief package. They were supposed to be shared to people, but many of them were just hoarded in warehouses, in private houses, private places. And one honorable, I think she's a rep, she's a representative, and then she even shared the palliatives as her birthday party pack to people. I was like, this is the height of hoodlumism, if there's anything like that. Like, this is the height of it. How can you share public property as your birthday party pack? It doesn't make sense. Like, what is happening in this country? What is really happening? How can we so easily forget about the staff of the Oba's Palace, the Oba of Lagos, that was stolen? And then we saw it on different online stores. I think it was on Gigi for 1,500 if you're willing to buy. It was on Jumia for I think the most realistic one was even 2 million naira. Other ones had it on for 2,500, for 1,500. So guys, almost immediately during the NSAS protest, actually, SARS was actually banned all over the country. But almost immediately, SWAT was released into the country to undergo training before they can be released officially. Now, in the abroad, in America, I know when I see those American films or where I see those action movies, I see the SWAT guys actually call me to action, especially when it has gone past the police and everything. But in this Nigeria, I'm yet to know if it is SWAT or SWAT. Like SWAT as in SUWAT or SWAT as in SWAT. Because when we saw the training, at that point I was like, let the comedians just resign, let them just take a break, because at this point we cannot sit and laugh in our houses without having to go to one stand-up comedy show. So in order for them to also gather evidence on the Lekki toll shootings and everything, A lot of panels were actually launched. One of it is the judicial panel on SARS and police brutality and related stuff like that. Then amongst all of those was when the governor went to pay a visit to the site where all of those killings happened. Along with him was our very own homegrown, low-budget agent Fashola Sherlock Holmes, who discovered a camera on, I don't even know where he saw it, but I know he saw a camera anyway. After they had actually said all the cameras were dismounted or unmounted, he discovered a camera and they said they were going to check out the footage to actually see what they're going to bring out of the video that they've uncovered from that camera. Now, one thing that is actually very notable is the fact that towards the end of 2020, there were a lot of marriages and engagements. People just kept on saying yes, 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 yes everywhere. At the point I was like, is there something you guys are not telling us about? Like, it seems like, or it looks like there is a deadline that some of us don't know about. Or is it that in this 2021 there will be no husband or there will be no wife because everybody's just getting married? I mean, on the last day of December, was it the last day or was it the second to the last day? Some people got engaged. People who we never even knew were dating. Like, seriously, guys, people should take it suffering now. Small, suffering, beyond, small. Pity us now. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching all the way through. And yes, if you've not subscribed, please go and subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video and leave a comment. I'm always very grateful, very glad when I see a comment. I always appreciate comments, really, especially when they're very good comments, things like keep it up, right on, or right behind you. So guys, let's grow this community, let's grow this family. Please subscribe, and yes, check me out on any of these videos. Until the next video, bye. Oh no, this is me giving you the MBGN wave. Bye.